Hi guys, good day, it's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class is all about solving word problems involving systems of linear equations in two variables, and we're dealing with investment problems. So without further ado, let's do this topic. So I'll give you 3 examples class for you to really understand this one class, and we'll be answering this one class step by step. Once again class, if this video helps, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Alright, so let's start with example number 1. A total of 40,000 is invested, part at 5% and the rest at 6% per year. If the annual return on this investment is 2,170 pesos, how much is invested at each rate? Once again, class, if you're dealing with problem solving, the first thing that you need to do is you need to understand the problem. Let's start this with the first statement. A total of 40,000 is invested. So therefore, class, the amount, the base amount, or the principal, that would be 40,000. Once again, class, the starting amount, or the principal, that would be 40,000 pesos. So let's write down the given class for us to be guided. Alright, so we have given the principal, or the starting amount, that would be 40,000. Alright, so I will just write P for the principal. The principal, that would be 40,000 pesos. Alright, and then let's continue. Part at 5% and the rest at 6% per year. So therefore, class, there is an amount invested at 5%. There is an amount invested at 6% per year. But we don't know, class, what is the exact amount invested at 5%. What is the exact amount invested at 6%. But we know that the base amount, or the principal, the starting amount, that would be 40,000. But once again, class, part of this 40,000 is invested at 5%. Part of this 40,000 is invested at 6%. But once again, class, the problem, class, we don't know what is the exact amount invested at 5%. We don't know what is the exact amount invested at 6%. Okay, so therefore, class, we have given rates. We have 5% and then 6%. Alright, so let's write down that one. We have given rate. That would be 5%. Of course, class, we need to change this one into decimal. What is 5%, class, in decimal? So 5%, change that one into decimal. Of course, we know that any whole number, the decimal point is always after the whole number, right? The decimal point is here. Now, to change percent into decimal, simply move the decimal point right to left twice. 1 and then 2. So therefore, the 0 is here and then point. So therefore, 5%, the answer, class, that would be 0.05. This is equivalent to 0.05. Or you can just simply divide this one, class, by 100 because percent, it means per 100. So 5 divide 100. So you will get 0.05. So therefore, 5%, that would be 0.05. Or we can write or. Alright, or 0.05. And then we also have given 6%. So 6%. Alright, so another rate, that would be 6%. That would be equivalent to, so 6%, move the decimal point right to left twice. 1 and then 2. So that would be 0.06. Alright, so let's continue with the next statement. If the annual return on this investment is 2,170 pesos, therefore, class, this annual return, this will be the total interest. Once again, class, the total interest, if you talk about annual, class, it means a year. So therefore, class, the total interest in 1 year, that would be 2,170 pesos. Once again, class, the total interest, that would be 2,170 pesos. So we can write that one, total interest. So total interest is equal to 2,170 pesos. Now the question there, class, how much is invested at each rate? Once again, class, the question there, how much is invested at each rate? Therefore, class, we're looking for the amount invested at 5%, for the amount invested at 6%. So therefore, class, we can say, let X be the amount invested at 5%. So let X be the amount invested at 5%. And then let y, once again, since we don't know what is the amount invested at 6%, so therefore class, we let y be the amount invested at 6%. Alright, so once again class, do it step by step class. Let x be the amount invested at 5%. Let y be the amount invested at 6%. Now, you can have your table class for you to be guided. Once again class, we can have our table for us to be guided. So, let's have a table class. Alright, so if we have our table for us to be guided, of course, we know this will be the amount, right? So, amount invested. We don't have enough space class. Let me just write amount and then I. This will be amount invested, or let's write invested class. Amount invested. Alright, so amount invested. This will be our first column, and then we have the rates. Alright, so rate. And then the income. Of course, class, if you multiply the amount by the rate, that would be the income, right? That would be the interest. Okay, once again, if you multiply the amount multiplied by the rate, and that would be the income, and that would be the interest. Let's have an example, class. If I will say the amount, you invested 10,000, class. Just an example, class. If you have 10,000 pesos, and you invest your 10,000 pesos at 5% per year. Example, class. Just an example, class. You have 10,000, and you want to invest this 10,000, 5% a year. So, what will be your total interest, class? Once again, class, you have 10,000. This will be your principal. And then you have given rate. That would be 5%. And you want to ask, class, what is your income? What is the interest? Of course, to get the interest, you just simply multiply this one, right? 10,000 multiplied by 5. That would be 0.05. We explained that a while ago. So, simply use your calculator. 10,000 multiplied by 0.05. Alright, so 10,000 multiplied by 0.05. The answer, class, is 500. Therefore, class, the interest of 10,000 in a year with a percent of 5%, therefore, class, you will get 500 interest. The interest, class, is 500. This will be your income, class, 500 pesos. If you deposited 10,000, class, the principal is 10,000. So, therefore, class, if we multiply the amount invested multiplied by the rate, and that would be your income, class. Okay, so therefore, the amount invested, we have X. Once again, X be the amount invested at 5%. So, X. So, this is X. Alright, and the other one, we have also. Alright, so we have Y. Once again, class, let X be the amount invested at 5%. And then let Y be the amount invested at 6%. Alright, so alright, so this will be X, and then the rate, that would be 5%. So this is 5%, or we can write this one 0.05. This one is 6%, or 0.06. Alright, so the total income, class, if you multiply this one, once again, class, if you multiply X multiplied by 0.05, the answer, class, is 0.05X. Simply copy X. Once again, class, when you multiply this one, when you multiply the amount and the rate, the answer, class, that would be the interest, right? That would be your income. Invested multiplied by the rate, the answer, class, that would be your income. And that would be your interest. And then we multiply this one, Y multiplied by 0.06. The answer, class, that would be 0.06Y. Okay, once again, I hope it's clear for you, class, with this one, class. If you multiply the amount by the rate, that would be your interest, and that would be your income. So that's why we have 0.05X, and then we have 0.06Y. Now, we can make an equation. We can make an equation. Why is that, sir? Because if you add this one, once again, if you add the interest, this one, and then this one, the total, class, that would be 2,170 pesos, right? Once again, class. Okay, once again, class, the total interest, it says right there that the total interest, that would be 2,170 pesos. and then adding this one, this will be the total, right? So therefore, we can have our equation. We can say, if you add this one, 0.05x plus 0.06y is equal to 2,170 pesos. Alright, now we also have another equation, class. We also have another equation because it says right there that the total amount or the money, what's it, class? The base amount or the fixed amount, that would be 40,000, right? The starting amount, that would be 40,000. So therefore, class, this 40,000 is divided because part of this 40,000 invested at 5%, part of this 40,000 is invested at 6%. But we know, class, if we add this amount, class, if we add this amount, x and y, the total, class, is 40,000. So therefore, class, we can also say that x plus y is equal to 40,000. Once again, class, if you add the two amounts, that would be 40,000 pesos. Because it says right there that part of 40,000 is invested at 5%, part of 40,000 is invested at 6%. Therefore, we know if we add the two amounts, the answer, class, is 40,000. Okay, the answer, class, is 40,000. Alright, so therefore, we can solve this one. We can find the value of x or we can find the value of y. So finding the value of x, let me just copy this one. We have 0.05x plus, now in this scenario, class, we cannot solve for this one because we have x and y. Once again, class, if you have two variables that are unknown, you can never solve that one, class. We have x and then y. So therefore, class, we need to get the value of y based on this given equation. Now to find the value of y, we just simply transpose x from left to right. Once you transfer from this equal sign, you change the sign, class. Once again, class, to get the value of y, simply transpose x from left to right. Once you transfer from this equal sign, you change the sign. So this will be y, copy equal sign, copy 40,000. Transpose x from left to right, this is positive x, it will become negative x. So therefore, class, the value of y is equal to 40,000 minus x. Once again, class, if you have a number together with a variable close to each other, it means multiplication. So simply copy this one, 0.06. We have already the value of y, that will be 40,000 minus x. Alright, multiplied by, once again, class, this is multiplication. The value of y, that will be 40,000 minus x. 40,000 minus x. So you need to put parentheses, class, because this is binomial. We need to apply distributive property. We need to distribute this one, class. Copy equal sign and then copy 2,170 pesos. Alright, and then simplify this one. So copy 0.05x and then multiply this one, 0.06. 0.06 multiplied by 40,000. There would be 2,400, positive 2,400. Alright, and then 0.06 multiplied by negative x, so that would be negative 0.06x. Alright, so that would be negative 0.06x equals, and then copy 2,170 pesos. Alright, and then we can combine this one. Combine like terms, so we need to arrange, class, for us not to be confused. So simply arrange 0.05x, alright, minus 0.06x, copy 2,400 equals 2,170. Alright, and then subtract this one. So 0.05 minus 0.06, that would be negative 0.01. Do not forget x. X, copy 2,400 equals 2,170. Now to get the value of x, class, you can subtract both sides by 2,400, or we can just simply transpose 2,400 from left to right. Alright, so let's just simply transpose 2,400 from left to right. So this will be, copy this one, negative 0.01x, copy equal sign, copy 2,170. Now we transpose 2,400 from left to right. Once you transfer, you change the sign. This is positive, it will become negative 2,400. Simply subtract this one. So copy, negative 0.01x equals 2,170 minus 2,400. So that would be negative 230. Alright, now to get the value of x, simply divide both sides by negative 0.01. Divide both sides by negative 0.01 so that you can cancel this out. And the remaining expression will be only x. Alright, so this will be x equals, so negative 230 divide negative 0.01. The answer, class, is 23,000. And that would be the value of x, class. Once again, class, the value of x, that would be 23,000 pesos. Once again, class, the value of x, that would be 23,000. And do not forget peso sign. So the value of x, that would be 23,000 pesos. Alright, now to get the value of y, simply substitute the value of x in this given equation. So y equals 40,000. Okay, we can put peso sign. That's okay. 40,000 minus the value of x, that would be 23,000 pesos. Alright, so simply subtract that one. 40,000 minus 23, I think that's 17, minus 23,000. Alright, so that would be the value of y is equal to 17,000 pesos. That's it, class. All set. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 1. And then you're all set. So therefore, class, the amount of money invested at 5%, so therefore, 23,000 pesos is invested at 5%, is invested at 5%. Alright. And then 17,000 pesos is invested at 6%. Once again, class, x invested at 5%, y invested at 6%. Therefore, class, 23,000 pesos is the amount, okay, 23,000 pesos is the amount invested at 5%. 17,000 pesos is invested at 6%. If you add this one, 23 plus 17, that would be 40,000. 23,000 plus 17,000, that would be 40,000. And then you're all set, class, with regards to example number 1. All set. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 1. Quite complicated, right? But once again, class, we need to explain this one, class, step by step. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 2. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 2. Maria wants to invest 60,000 pesos in corporate bonds, paying 12% per year, and the rest in certificates for deposit, paying 6% per year. If she wants to have an overall return of 10% per year, how much should she place in each investment? Alright, so once again, class, you do it step by step. You start with the first statement. Maria wants to invest 60,000 pesos. So therefore, we have our given, the principal. Alright, so principal, we have 60,000. So principal, that would be 60,000 pesos. Alright, and then we have given in corporate bonds, paying 12% per year. So therefore, there is an amount invested in corporate bonds. That would be 12% per year. So we have given rate, that would be 12%. Or we can convert this one into decimal. So 12%, convert that one into decimal. Simply move the decimal point right to left twice, 1 and then 2. So that would be 0.12. So 0.12. Alright, so 12% per year, and the rest in certificate for deposit, paying 6% per year. So that would be another rate, that would be 6% per year. Or 6%, that would be 0.06. We explained that a while ago in the first video. So 6%, move the decimal point right to left twice, 1 and then 2. So that would be 0.06. Alright, once again, class, we don't know what is the exact amount invested in corporate bonds, but we know that the rate, that would be 12%. And once again, we don't know what is the exact amount invested in certificates, and that would be the rate, that would be 6%. Once again, class, we don't know what is the exact amount invested at 12%. We don't know what is the exact amount invested at 6%. So we have given rates 12% and then 6%. Now, it says right there, if she wants to have an overall return of 10% per year, so therefore, class, she wants to have a total interest of 10% per year. So therefore, class, to get the total interest, we need to multiply the principal by this 10%. Once again, class, she wants to have a total interest of 10% per year. Now, since this is our principal, 60,000, to get the total interest per year with 10% interest, we need to multiply this one, class. Once again, class, simply multiply this one to get the total interest per year that she wanted. Because she wants to have an overall return of 10% per year. So, therefore, we need to multiply this one. So, total interest. So, total interest. So, simply multiply the principal by this given rate. That would be 10%. So, multiplied by the rate. So, therefore, this will be the principal 60,000. So, 60,000 multiplied by this one. 0.10. Once again, plus 10%. Simply move that 1 right to left twice. The decimal point. Of course, the decimal point is here. 1 and then 2. So, therefore, 10%, the equivalent, that would be 0.10. Decimal point will be here. 0.10, or we can write that one 0.1. That's the same, class. 0.10 is just the same with 0.1. If you have a last number that would be 0 on the last part, you can just simply remove 0, class. 0.10 is just the same with 0.1. So, simply multiply this one. Simply use your calculator. 60,000 multiplied by 0.10. I think that's 6,000. And that would be 6,000. So, therefore, class, the total interest that she wants, that would be 6,000. Alright, so this is the total interest that she wanted. Now, once again, class, we don't know what is the exact amount invested at 12%. So, therefore, we can say, let X be the amount invested at 12%. Alright, and then let Y be the amount invested at 6%. Alright, and then we can have our table, class, for us to be guided. So, let's have our table. Alright, so we have the amount invested. So, amount invested. So, I will just put I, class, amount invested. Alright, and then we have the rate. So, this is the rate. Exactly the same, class, with regards to example number 1. Alright, so we have the rate, and then the last one, that would be the income. You do it like this, class. Very easy, class, for this one, class. Alright, and then we have X for our first row, and then we have Y. So, the amount, that would be X. Let X be the amount invested at 12%. Of course, the rate, that would be 12%, or that would be 0.12. And this one, the amount, that would be Y. Alright. And then the rate, that would be 6%. So, Y be the amount invested at 6%, or we can write this one 0.06. And then the income, of course, simply multiply this one. If you multiply this one, X times 0.12, that would be 0.12X. If you multiply this one, Y times 0.06, that would be 0.06Y. Okay, once again, if you multiply the amount multiplied by the rate, X times 0.12, that would be 0.12x. This will be the interest. We explained that a while ago, class, with regards to example number 1. If you multiply the amount by the rate, and that would be the interest. If you multiply the amount by the rate, and that would be the interest. Now, of course, we know, class, Maria wants to have a total interest of 6,000 pesos. So, therefore, we can just simply add this one. We can make our equation that 0.12x, that's 0.12x plus 0.06y is equal to Maria's total interest, that would be 6,000. Alright, and then we can also have our equation right here on the right side, that we know that this one, if you add x and y, the total money, the principal, that would be 60,000. So, x plus y is equal to 60,000. Alright, so that's the base amount class, the starting amount, that will be 60,000 because part of the 60,000 invested at 12%, part of the 60,000 invested at 6%. But we know if you add this amount, x plus y, that will be equal to 60,000. Alright, simplify this one. So copy 0.12x plus, once again class, we need to get the value of y because we cannot solve x and y. So therefore, we need to get the value of y. Now, to get the value of y, simply transpose x from left to right. Alright, transpose x from left to right. Once you transfer, you change the sign. So, y is equal to 60,000 minus x. Okay, once again, once you transfer from this equal sign, you change the sign. So, the value of y is equal to 60,000 minus x. Simply substitute the value of y in this given equation. So, copy this one. Alright, and then copy this one. Once again, if you have a number together with a variable close to each other, it means multiplication. So copy 0.06. Now the value of y, that would be 60,000 minus x. You need to put parentheses class because this is binomial. 60,000 minus x. Copy equal sign and then 6,000. Alright, so apply distributive property. You multiply this one and this one. So copy 0.12x and then simply multiply this one 0.06 multiplied by 60,000. So that would be 3,600. Alright, and then simply multiply this one 0.06 times x. Of course, that would be negative 0.06x. Copy equal sign and then copy 6,000. Alright, so we can arrange this one class for us not to be confused. So arrange this one and this one. So 0.12x minus 0.06x, copy, positive 3,600 equals 6,000. Alright, so subtract this one, 0.12 minus 0.06. So that would be 0.06. Do not forget x. Copy, 3,600 equals 6,000. Alright, so to get the value of x, you can subtract both sides by 3,600 so that you can take this out, or you can eliminate this out, or we can just simply transpose 3,600 from left to right. Once you transfer from this equal sign, you change the sign. So copy this one, 0.06x. We transpose 3,600 from left to right, so copy equal sign, copy 6,000. This is positive 3,600. It will become negative 3,600. Alright, so this will be 0.06x equals 6,000 minus 3,600. So 6,000 minus 3,600, that would be 2,400. And finally, to get the value of x, simply divide both sides by 0.06. Divide by 0.06, cancel this out. So 2,400 divide 0.06. The answer class, that would be, so the answer, so 2,400 divide 0.06. The answer class is 40,000. And that would be the value of x class. All set. Therefore class, the value of x, that would be 40,000. And to get the value of y, simply substitute the value of x in this given equation. So y equals 60,000 minus the value of x, that would be 40,000. So y is equal to 60,000 minus 40,000, that would be 20,000. And let's not forget class the peso sign. So 20,000 for the value of y and then 40,000 for the value of x. So therefore class, we can say that 40,000 was invested at 12%. Once again class, x, that would be 12% per rate, y, that would be 6%. So therefore we can say 40,000 was invested at 12%, and then 20,000 was invested at 6%. If you add this one, 40,000 plus 20,000, the answer class, that would be 60,000. Therefore class, our answer is correct. All set class, all set. That's the answer class with regards to example number 2. Alright, so how about you try this one class, example number 3, and then you put your answer class on the comment section down below. Let me check class if you really understand our topic. So Mrs. Reyes deposited 28,000 in two separate accounts. One account has 8% annual interest and the remaining amount is at 9% annual interest rate. If at the end of a year, the interest gained from both accounts was 2,400 pesos, how much did she invest at each rate? So once again, you try this one and then you put your answer in the comment section down below. Let me check this if you really understand our topic. Once again, I hope you learned something new today. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share it to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.